The Huracan STO is a Lamborghini GT3 race car in disguise, and if I were to get to drive it on a racetrack, that would be pretty awesome, right?
Personally for me, I think is a terrible idea. Terrible. And that's because for me, the Huracan STO is already perfect. At standstill. It's everything that I as a child and even as a grown-up look at and smile at, because for me it is fantastic. Everything that it does, the gills, the cuts, the ducts, the vanes, the intakes, it's a dream come true.
But driving a 7 crore rupee race car can be a bit intimidating.
Calm down.
And the best way to do that is...
Let's get engaged. Let's keep talking. That's the only way to stay calm.
I don't know about calm, I was confused. The STO has an XL-sized rear wing with 3 levels of adjustment. Its body is 75% carbon fiber and wider. It is only rear-wheel drive with rear-wheel steer, which all shouts racy. But this is actually road legal. So you could drive it down Bandra-Worli Sea Link or the Electronic City flyover.
Right now we're at idle. Revs are under 1000 RPM. We are in STO mode, which is the more regular of the modes, of course. We will go to Trofeo by doing this later on. For now, it's just STO! And even in STO, the throttle is like properly urgent. But it does feel so civil, so smooth.
But I was worried about something else.
I don't want to come out of the drive saying that, I wish it turned in a bit better, that it had a little bit more punch or some inane stuff like that. I want it to remain like this, up here.
And there were reasons why it could disappoint.
On paper, you're going to look at it and say, yeah, it doesn't make more power, it's not that much lighter.
That's because the 5.2-litre engine makes the same power. With all the downforce added on, acceleration is actually a bit slower. And it wears street homologated tires, not slicks. But once we got going, there was just one thing to say.
Oh my God!
The Lambo roars and charges.
I'm just so glad that I did get into the STO and drive it, because this thing is a whole hunk of joy that a poster would not be able to tell you.
Getting past 280 kilometers an hour was easy. Coming out of corners, traction control flashed violently as there was more grunt than you could use. But that didn't stop me from It ran through the revs much faster, and I struggled to keep on top of it. But braking was idiot-proof.
There's no such thing as hard braking. Violent braking. And it does it all so well.
The advanced telemetry showed that the brakes would get into the red, but just briefly.
The incredible part is this one STO has been doing laps around the BIC for the last 3 days non-stop. And that says a lot about what this car is all about and makes it all the more special for me.
And it feels race car special.
It's kind of watching your back. It's got you. Even when you're pushing it through the parabola, I thought I would spin out there. But this carried me through. It doesn't feel like it's all super planted. It's jinking around, it's moving. It is phenomenal doing all of that. But at the same time, it lets you do more than you would have thought was possible for your kind of driving skills.
Yes, the steering could have been more feelsome too.
But that's not spoiled the STO for me. For me,
I'm going to tell you this, the bottom line. For this kind of vehicle, the fact that I'm going to be making it back to the pits on my own steam, having it done only 5 laps, not knowing the car before that, is incredible.
So it wasn't such a terrible idea after all. Honestly, a fantastic experience. And it's amazing that the driving experience is living up to what it's doing on the outside. And in fact, it's taking that same idea that it is your dream, a wild, violent dream, but something that you dream about. And the STO takes you into that territory and holds your hand as it walks you through that, letting you enjoy it rather than be intimidated by it. And for that, for me, this Huracan STO is just plain fantastic.